yourself and explore your interests and try new things. I took the opportunity to explore other cultures. With UMBC's wide range of diversity, I was able to make friends from different parts of the world with amazing heritages and capturing stories. For example, I just met a young lady, a freshman, who told me that her family is a political family in Sierra Leone. Her father and her brother both ran for president. She was talking about how in some of these processes, their family has been attacked by opposing parties and other citizens. Regardless of all that turmoil, she still has a dream to become a president of Sierra Leone after medical school, actually. So give her a hand clap for that. That's really When I was little, I was always so fascinated with my parents' shadows. I would always try to kind of jump in and hide away from the sun. I was much smaller than back then, but they would be able to block out the sun. It was a good time for me. But I say that to say that UMBC really forces you to come out from under your parents' shield, and you have to come out and face the sun for yourself, and then you cast your own shadow for someone else to blame. I think that's really important. To borrow a little bit from Spider-Man, with great freedom comes great responsibility. I'm glad there was a laugh. That's a good sign. You're in the right crowd. So, but no, most students come to college with one goal: to get a job. If that is your goal, then your focus should be to be the best prepared to achieve that goal. Not only have I excelled in my classes, but for the last 3 summers, UMBC and the Meyerhoff program has assisted me in identifying internships surrounding my interests in robotics and artificial intelligence, one of which, or a few of which I'll touch on a little bit later. With all this work, don't get me wrong, I think it's extremely necessary for you to take the time to relax and take the time to enjoy whatever you like to do in your free time. However, don't let your avocation affect your participation in your education. Okay, all right, that's what I'm talking about. All right, so let me break that down for you a little bit. So that is, don't let your pastime interrupt your focus for your goals. So for example, I like playing basketball. I love it. I played basketball all my life, and sometimes I can spend a little too much time playing basketball. I could better use my time finishing an assignment or studying for a class, and trust me, basketball is much easier than the effort that it takes to really graduate from this institution. But it's extremely important to budget your time and to move forward. So many people say that high school is the best years of your life. They are wrong. College is just the start of the best years of your life. At UMBC, I found amazing, true, lifelong friends. These are people that I've laughed with. These are people that I've struggled with. These are people I've cried on. I know, I cry. It's real. These are people that I've also comforted. UMBC has helped me build a family away from my home. I've also traveled through the Meyerhoff program. I've visited Boston, Chicago, California, Virginia, and Georgia for graduate program visits and internships and research conferences. For example, just this past spring, I was at the NSBE National Convention in California. 2 years before that, I was at the Ivy Plus Symposium in Boston. And I'll actually touch on Boston a little bit now. So when I was a senior in high school, like all of you, I had a college counselor. And when I stated to my college counselor that I wanted to become a student at MIT, he looked me in the eye and laughed. And then he said I was not capable of doing that. So, through UMBC and the Meyerhoff program, I have been afforded the education and the opportunity to spend this past summer at MIT Lincoln Laboratories. There I stood out as an independent researcher exploring autonomous vehicles and self-driving cars. In short, my work dealt with replicating the computing environment in similar to that of the Google driving car, self-driving car, if you guys have heard of that. So basically, I wanted to build an environment so the vehicle can begin mapping its environment as it traverses. Also, through UMBC, I have been involved in research with the Mathematics and Statistics Department, mathematically modeling pancreatic interactions. I was actually just published for that work in, actually last spring. I was just published for that work as first author. I've also done robotics research at the Army Research Laboratories in Aberdeen Proving Ground, just 45 minutes north of this campus. And without a doubt, UMBC has done nothing but propel me towards completing and achieving all of my goals thus far. And I can guarantee you that UMBC can do the same for all of you. So I'm gonna leave you with a little bit of an analogy. Right now, you are all big fish in little ponds. High school is a little pond. I know you're all big fish because you're all sitting in this room. So I know for a fact, because it has happened to me, UMBC can transform you all into sharks. Excuse evolution, excuse science, don't worry about it. It happens. Now, when you go out into the world is really the ocean. So I just want to leave you with one question. Where would you want to be on the food chain?